Hey everyone, welcome back to Big Outdoors. New around here, my name is Sheldon Marion, and today we're joined by the Macaroni Meadows crew. We got my brother Blaine, sister-in-law Courtney over there, and as always we're joined by the pups. We got Daisy Girl, Rocky Boy, and Texas. And today we're out here up on the side of the mountain. We're gonna be picking a bunch of rose hips. Anyways guys, we're gonna start picking these rose hips and rose petals and rose buds and all that good stuff, and then when we get back to the house, we'll dehydrate them up. We're gonna make ourselves some tea. So today we're up here on Bullhead Mountain Road, and you know, the road, it has a lot of roses just along the ditches here, and every one of these bushes is pretty loaded up with roses. And then plus we're letting the dogs just kind of run around and letting dogs be dogs, kind of a thing. And then with so many bushes out here too, we're stopping at every couple of bushes kind of thing, grabbing a handful and then leaving the rest. That way we're not over picking and over harvesting, and really just taking what we need. You don't ever want to take more than what you need. Leave some for the next people, leave some for the birds and the bees and all that good stuff, and you know, let nature kind of take care of itself some days. But we're gonna keep picking here. I'm following Blaine and Courtney as they're picking mainly rose petals to make rose petal jelly. If you want to see how they make theirs, just head over to Macaroni Meadows YouTube channel, and eventually here you'll see the video come out. I'm not too sure when they're gonna be putting theirs out, but it'll be sometime in the near future. Well, as you climbed up from the bottom of the hill here, we're letting the dogs have a little break. And then while the dogs have a break, I'm gonna pick a couple more of these rose buds here. I got a little bit in my bag, not overly too much for me. This trip around, I'm pretty well picking just enough to make myself a cup of tea. So I'm not gonna be taking overly too many, and leave a bunch for all the bees out here. Alrighty guys, so we made it out of the bush here. We're back home, and I got all of my rose hips or rose buds here. Like I was saying, I wasn't gonna be picking overly too much, pretty well, just enough to make myself a couple cups of tea. So what I got here, we got the old dehydrator out, and I got a couple of trays here ready, and I'm just gonna simply lay these out onto the trays. I think I'm only gonna need one, but I got two anyways. And once they're all laid out on the trays, I'll throw them into the dehydrator, and we'll dehydrate these for, oh, I don't know, maybe a day-ish, something like that. But with the dehydrator, we'll put them in at, I think it's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we'll just kind of check on them periodically throughout the day. But anyways, I'm going to get these rose buds onto the racks here, and then we'll get them into the dehydrator. And there you have it. It's not exactly perfect, but there's no science to this stuff. Pretty well just gotta get them put onto your trays, have them spread out slightly there, so all the air can kind of go up in between all of them. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the trays into the dehydrator and we'll get it turned on. Okay, so we got the rosebuds into the dehydrator here. We have it on the 105-degree setting, and I really don't know how long we dehydrate these for, to be honest with you. I just come in here every hour or two and I'll just check up on them, and once they're nice and dry and ready for tea, then we'll take them off then. Could be 4 hours, could be 6, could be 8, could be tomorrow. I'm not too sure, but at the end of the video here, I'll let you guys know, and then that way you can be a little more accurate than I am right now. And yeah, we'll make some tea here once those are nice and dehydrated. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours now with it been running at the 105 degrees Fahrenheit settings. So I'm just gonna unplug it here real quick, and then we will open her up and just see how these rosebuds are doing. So you can see here, they're slowly starting to turn purple, which they normally do when they start to dry out. Don't mind Daisy in the background there, but yeah, these are still pretty soft, and yeah, they're not nearly close to being dried yet. So, oops. So we'll put this lid back on here, and then I'll plug her back in, and we'll let her go for, I don't know, at least another 2 hours, so it'll be 4 hours total. And then we'll see how they make out here in another couple hours. Alrighty guys, so we've been dehydrating these roses for about 9 hours now, and I'm gonna unplug this here, and we're gonna take a peek at it. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be done, so I already boiled up some water ahead of time. So let's have a look. There they all are there. They're getting nice and crispy on the outside. These bigger ones, they're still, oh no, they're pretty well completely dry. But you can see we got quite a bit here. So I got old mason jar. I used to have peach jam in it from the old rustic pantry. So I'm just gonna gather these up and put these into my mason jar, and then I got a cup here ready for a nice big glass of tea. So basically just grab your roses, throw them in your jar, yada yada. I don't gotta show you all that, but what I will show you, I'll take about that much, grab my water, toss that in there. There we go. Maybe I'll add a couple more. There. Give it a stir. Whoa. Nice and hot. Alrighty, now we're gonna let that steep for probably about 5 minutes or so. And then I'll just use a spoon, kind of pull the roses out, throw in some honey, and then we will give this a taste test. Until then, I'm just gonna keep grabbing all these rosebuds out of here and get them into my mason jar. Anyways guys, we'll see you back here in just a couple minutes. Okay, so we've let this steep for a few minutes. You can see how it's turning into a real nice looking green tea. Get over in the light here. It's looking really nice. So all I gotta do now is gonna scoop all the flowers out with a spoon, put in some honey, and then we'll have a taste test. Well, managed to get all the flowers out of there. A couple extra little floaties in there, but that's no big deal. Put in my small little scoop of honey. We're gonna have a go at her. Oh, it tastes so good. Basically, the only way I can describe how it tastes is it tastes identical to the way that roses smell. So basically, you go out, find a batch of roses, put your face in it, take a sniff, and just imagine that smell, but as a taste. It's identical, and it is just absolutely amazing stuff. And I encourage you guys to head out there and try it out. Real easy, simple, right from start to finish. Even if you don't have a dehydrator, you can just hang them up in a cold dark room for a couple of days and just kind of let them naturally dry. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, hit that like button down in the corner. Leave us a comment or two. Let me know how your tea made out for you. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one.